This is Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man 51 LR. Okay, so LR means Last Remains. Now, the whole storyline is Last Remains. I don't know what the big deal is. Why would you put LR on some... I know they're trying to do a side story connected to it, but the whole thing is Last Remains. So, anyway, sorry about that. This issue, we got to see that the Sin Eater survived, okay? We don't know how he survived. Doesn't have any powers left. There was some people that were left from his group that don't have powers anymore either, and they got their sins back. So in other words, they're not like blind, like following him blindly. They have conscience, and they're questioning things. They did rescue him. But there was some dissension in the ranks, like, why the hell are we doing this? The guy's loony, skipperoni, whatever. And then, of course, the Sin Eater, like, takes care of anybody that's doubting. He feels that he knew that Kindred was going to send him back to hell, but he didn't go back to hell. We don't know why he's still on Earth. You know, we thought he was dead. Maybe it's Mephisto. Maybe not. But there's a reason why he's back without powers. And he has a little following now. We see that the Circle of the Web are possessed by Kindred. The New Warriors stepped in, but got their ass kicked, okay? It would have been cool to see that in the comic unfold, where they got totally annihilated, but that didn't happen. We got to see Mary Jane talking about how she has to break the news to Peter that she did a movie with Mysterio, and she feels that that may cause, that he probably won't be okay with that. That may cause a massive problem in their relationship. She looks at the phone and she sees that Spider-Man is dealing with the Green Goblin and Sin Eater, all that. And in the past, she said she would be worrying all night and everything, but she decides she's going to go get food, and she said she'll treat the driver if he can get there fast. But then there's a car accident and the car is destroyed, and they save the driver supposedly, and Norman Osborn saves Mary Jane. Norman Osborn that is cleansed of sin. We also see that the Black Cat is talking about her relationship with Peter Parker now that he re-revealed his identity because of the spell or whatever it was from either Mephisto or Doctor Strange or whatever, that she doesn't remember. She didn't remember who it was, and she felt that all her actions, because of her memories being tampered with the spell, had made her down a downward path, that she wouldn't have done that if she had her full memories. So now she got her full memories, they're trying to restore their relationship as friends. They were lovers in the past. So he just recently, Peter Parker, enlisted her help and stuff like that. So Doctor Strange shows up on a doorstep and he's talking, give over the handed of Ashanti, but, she had a copy of it. And he's like, Spider-Man's soul's at stake. And she's like, you're going to let me help you? And he reluctantly decided, okay, that he's going to let the Black Cat help him. So there's a lot going on in this issue, a lot. People are thinking that the Spiders are just like a vigilante group. And they are reporting it that way. We also have the fact that the Sin Eater basically is now going to look for Morlun to deal with the Spiders, because Morlun absorbs, the Spider totems, whatever. And I'm kind of confused how he's there. I thought I knew what happened at the end of Spider-Verse, the Spider-Geddon, but I don't know why he's there. So now that's another problem for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. It's Peter Parker, Spider-Man, to deal with Morlun. So here's the thing. I really enjoyed this issue. What I'm hoping that the Sin Eater remains as part of the Rogues Gallery, that doesn't go back to hell. He remains alive. And shows up from time to time. Kindred also is an amazing villain. Don't know what's going to happen here, but I hope they don't kill him off. I hope he remains from time to time as well. You get the feeling with this storyline that Peter Parker is going to lose something. Someone's going to die. And it's going to affect him. And we've seen, like, of course, months ahead, they preview what's going to happen to Amazing Spider-Man. They don't say exactly what happened with Last Remains, but like the fallout of Last Remains, aftermath of Last Remains. Looks like there's some stuff happening where it's going to do with Peter and Mary Jane's relationship. As well as Mr. Negative returns and something to do with Norman Osborn, Kingpin ripping the mask, I don't know, whatever. So we'll see what happens. There was little blurbs in the comic about Daredevil. Like they said something's going on in Hell's Kitchen. They were talking about Hawkeye. Stuff's going on in the Marvel Universe. They were putting little things out there with the X-Men, different things. I thought that was pretty cool that they did that when they were showing like the news and stuff like that. They kind of pointed out certain things that's going on in certain comics. So I like that. Nick Spencer isn't just writing this by himself. I wasn't aware of that. He's got Matthew Rosenberg. Matthew Rosenberg I met. Pretty cool guy. Matthew Rosenberg did Hawkeye book, Hawkeye Freefall. So that's interesting how that's why they mentioned Hawkeye in there. And probably why they mentioned New Warriors and a few different things. So again, wasn't aware of that, but that's really an awesome thing because I do love his work. So very nice. I'm hoping that, because here's the thing, with the whole Mysterio movie and everything, Peter Parker can't react that good. I mean, but then again, maybe he will. I mean, maybe he'll be like, after everything he's been through, his love for Mary Jane's more important. He'll have to let it go. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking that he would have a problem with it because that's kind of, it's really deceiving. I mean, I don't know. This is, I gotta talk to David Blythe on this because this is, she did keep a massive secret from him. So, I'm hoping again that, well, another thing too is like I'm wondering if they're going to do another Spider-Verse thing because, from Spider getting like another, I think that's going to be the next storyline for Spider-Man in 2021, maybe. Something to do with this another Spider-Verse thing. I'm thinking, because they're always doing something with Spider-Verse. I know that Doc Ock is restored. So Doc Ock coming back full-fledged. I can't wait for that. I don't know if Nick Spencer is going to do that. But it would be great to see because, besides like Doc Ock and besides, I kind of wish the Vulture was young again. Because when the Vulture was young again in a life-death storyline, it made Spider-Man 386, 387, 388. That was great because, and he remained young for a while. In fact, he almost killed Spider-Man, because he infected him with a virus, and Doc Ock found out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man again. He got to remember and see, took his mask off. And he said, well, I got to save him because that's Aunt May's nephew, right? But the thing is, when the Vulture was young, restored young, he was right up there in the Rogues Gallery of you have Green Goblin, then you have Doc Ock. When he's young, he really gave Peter Parker a massive problem. Imagine if he was young all the time. It would probably be very close. He basically, if you think about it, the Vulture did defeat Spider-Man because Peter Parker did not know how to cure himself and just lay there dying. Doc Ock had to step in. So Norman Osborn was never able to defeat Spider-Man. Of course, Doc Ock kind of defeated him because stole the body and everything, right? But Vulture also. But Norman Osborn's never been able to defeat him. So, if they made the Vulture young again, I'm suggesting they do that. But they're not going to do that because I see that they're doing some crap about the Vulture's granddaughter who's African American, and she has her own suit. Like, I saw that they did a storyline that she's gonna be, well, I guess she's gonna be a hero. She's not gonna be a villain, but I don't know. I would kind of want the Vulture to be restored. You know what I'm saying? Young, like permanently. That's it. Keep it like that. Haven't heard from Electro in a while. Now, Electro died, but then they think they revived. I think they brought him back because I think his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, and she got the powers, right? Or something. Was she a clone? I'm trying to think. She wasn't a clone. I don't remember. I gotta go back and look at that. But kind of hoping that Electro comes back. But I know this Electro is a girl now. So, I mean, like, we'll see. I'm rambling. I'm just talking about, I'm excited to talk about Spider-Man again. Going to be reviewing, J.J. Abrams stuff also this week. Again, I really love this whole Kindred thing. Kindred is like now right there. And Green Goblin was right there now. So, like, it's just like right there. Like, he's the top. Kindred's the top villain right now. 2020. Kindred's the top villain. Kind of hope that, he comes back. Like, I mean, like, we're going to read this whole storyline, but I'm hoping that after it's done, they don't do something stupid and just kill him off and, he survives, hopefully. I mean, but then again, is he alive? I mean, he's from hell. Whatever. We're going to talk about this. I'm very excited to do Last Remains. Amazing Spider-Man big storyline with Kindred. #1 villain right now. All right, guys. And Sin Eater 2. Sin Eater grew on me. I kind of wasn't a fan of Sin Eater in the past. Not at all. Now I kind of am. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.